Well, good morning. Welcome to another podcast with the Woman Pod. I actually thought it was something that I was like brainstorming as I was getting ready and so forth. But let's start it with me being very depleted, very exhausted. I had no sleep last night, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I did not want to submit or surrender to the feminine. So yesterday I was consciously aware that I had to be, available to work a certain amount of hours, right? Maybe like 3 hours tops, right? However, yesterday, for some odd reason, I could not take my car to get charged because one of the electrical EV stations wasn't available. It wasn't functioning, and I wasn't going to try to force the situation. I was like, all right, the universe is telling me to go home. I got to go home, got to pick up the kids, which again, I had already picked up the kids, but we got to get the kids back home. So then I leave the charging station, cook a meal, and obviously I was already feeling like I feel like poop. I do. I do. I had a long day, it's just been very, 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 very exhausting to the point where I already forgot. As of today, I don't remember what happened, just that first thing. Because let me tell you what the subconscious brain does. It remembers the one thing that feels, which was worry for me. Because I was in the middle of, okay, well, if I don't work these hours, I'm not gonna make this much money. I was like, or I meditate, relax, take my time getting the kids ready this morning, drop off the kids. Obviously, my little one's back there, and then, go off with my day. Like, I really need to get this one thing done, and today seems like the perfect day to do that. I'm not gonna try to resist what's happening or what I'm feeling because in my body, it's telling me like I need to be focused on this one thing. So also resting, right? So mind you, I didn't sleep at all last night. I was consciously unaware of what I was thinking or doing. So I think my mind was just stuck in worry. And then I said, oh my God, that's what it is. It's fucking worry. This whole entire time I've been worried, all because one, I didn't get to charge. And two, because I was worried about, well, if I don't get charged enough time, I will make it to drop off the kids, yada, yada, yada. Why the fuck am I so worried? And that's where control comes into play. So obviously, we can't control what's happening. We can't control the outcome also because I feel like the outcome, everybody always wants a specific outcome, but we can't really get there. Like, no matter how hard anybody, any scientist, any guru, any blah, 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 whatever you want to call it, there's no outcome. And let me tell you why. Because what you do already happens. It's like you exist already in this plane. And because I was in the plane of worry, that's all I could be. And that's all my subconscious brain could think of. I slept in this energy and I woke up feeling derailed. And I said, no, that is not my energy. I'm going to call my power back. And then you're probably wondering what made you get into this fear mode or worry mode because I could not control my circumstances in that moment. And obviously, I was trying to get ahead to get what I needed, which is the money part. So they do say you do not chase, you attract, right? So I said, you know what, screw this. Screw this. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. I'm learning every time. I always have money, guys. I always do. I don't want to say I'm a guru. I just want to say I'm learning the laws of the universe and flowing with them as well and learning from my mistakes. Just like you are on the other side of the camera here. Just gonna be honest. I'm gonna call it for what it is. And so not a bus just cutting me off. Let's continue. So I want to say that the one thing that you should not be worried about is the outcome, how the universe is going to deliver whatever it is that you want. Just know that you already are it. And when I say it, you are enough. You are worthy. You are enough. And I know I got a little sidetracked with the money part, but I know for me growing up, one of the things that I familiarized with was survival. Like, I need to have more, I won't have enough. I need to have more, I won't have enough. But the reality of things is like, what the fuck am I so worried about? Like obviously the bills got to get paid. I know that's for sure. However, my method hasn't been working. So why not just try to reverse what hasn't been working? Which again, I'm learning it little by little, little by little. So I realize when I rest or when I don't do much or worry, but just focus on just allowing myself to be is when I actually receive. It's actually when I receive from the universe. I can't change anything other than just feeling. So, depending on the feeling, that's up to you. You have choice, right? You can either feel good about it, bad about it, anxiety about it. Mine was worry. I will admit the worry was in my head, it was in my subconscious brain. But this morning, I shifted that energy because I said, that is not my energy. I was like, that is something that obviously is in my brain, but it's not mine. 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 So then I started meditating, right? And in that moment I remembered, oh my God, I need to forfeit this, this block. Like I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna work. It's gonna come to me tenfold. It's gonna come to me tenfold. It's gonna come to me tenfold. So I'm not worried. And once I did that, guys, it felt good to just undo that because there was a lot of resistance in my part. And again, I didn't engage with that thought how I had it originally, but I engaged in the thought of trusting, right? Trusting. And I think trust is a big feminine key word that I think everybody needs to learn is trust. It's trust. It really is. It really comes down to trust because in God we trust, right? So we are God, we are one, and I think the universe is allowing us to recognize that we are one. We have to trust. If we don't trust, then it won't be. It's just that simple. And I know someone is going to come at me and attack me, well, you're not spiritual, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm not saying I go to church. I don't go to church, but I'm spiritual in a sense where I believe in God. I believe in the creator, the universe, who you pray on, the Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in. That's okay. But it's the way that you receive and how when things like this happen, how you shift it. Because a lot of us shift it in ways which we don't even recognize because we think that's okay. So let me tell you something. Let's go back to the very beginning as how I described what I was doing due to my childhood and how I was doing it wasn't working. To do just to have enough because I felt like I could not, like I needed more to survive. Like, no, like honestly, I was skimming through this because I had no self-control. That's one, I'll be honest with myself. I had no accountability in a sense where taking actions that knowingly would be good for my soul. Because let's be real, we have to take action in that part. We can't just say something and not do it, but it does more when you do it and then you can say something. And this is why I wanted to broadcast this for you guys today. Okay, this comes to show, right? This is only the beginning stages of me learning a lot about my experiences and what I've gone through because I'm sure you've been in similar situations. I'm sure you have. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we live and we learn. We live and we learn. And the thing is that nobody wants to share because they're afraid or they're ashamed that they're going to be judged or yeah, like all of it, right? Let's be honest. Like for a very long time I used to be embarrassed because I was a single mom and I was working this and that. I have my business. I was working a corporate job at the time. Now I got let go of that and now I work for myself. So I pretty much do what I want when I feel like it. Basically, my whole life's managed by me now. I don't know maybe I am an entrepreneur. I am. I'm becoming a mom entrepreneur. And this goes both for my male and females because I try to tell everybody like I empathize with both parties. I don't just go for fully women because men also embody feminine energy too. We just need to learn to trust it. And if you're a man listening to me today, like take the time to see where you haven't been receiving, babe, like where you haven't been worthy or you feel less than or you feel like, when and how and why. Don't worry about the when, how and why because the universe got you. And let me tell you something. Sometimes the universe comes in ways where you didn't expect it. You did not expect it. And I want to shift it in even more perspective, right? So after the fact that I meditated this, I had asked my daughter that last night, as a matter of fact, hey, I was like, do you mind helping me wash the dishes? She kind of like gave me a little attitude. And I was like, you know what? I need to respond to this. I've been letting it go. I've been pushing it around because one, when I was a little girl, I was told to do things and I didn't want to do them, but I was chosen to do them because I was the oldest. So I pretty much had to raise I call them my kids, but my siblings. And then of course now I have my own, right? But I've always done everything for the kids. I always do, guys. I cook, I clean, I do all of it. I do all of it, without a partner on my side. Lovingly, there will be one day. So I told her, I was like, look, I'm really tired and I'm emotionally drained and I don't ask you for much. I would appreciate that you do this for me. You don't do anything around here, Chloe. I was like, and it just comes to show that I need your support right now in these moments. I was like, I know it may seem like I got it all under control. I was like, but this would be just another little thing for me to just make me feel like I have people that help, because I was like, it's nice to do those things for someone. And I know that you don't want to do them right now for me, but trust me. I was like, I'm doing all of these things so we can have a better life. I was like, but trust me when I say this. I was like, it'll get better. It's gonna get better. Trust me. Just trust me. So, anyways, right. After the meditation this morning, she obviously washed the dishes, right? And she usually wakes up early in the morning, y'all. So I didn't hear her. And I was like, oh, I guess we're all tired. She felt my energy because I told her to do this. So I was like, okay, so I get it. I get it now. So then I cashed out her some money. I sent her $3. I sent her $3 for washing the dishes. It wasn't even that many, guys, honestly, but I just felt the need to give it to her. So anyways, then I hear the music playing and I was brushing my little toddler's hair and then I hear music and I hear noise. I was like, okay, so now she's awake, I think. So then she's in the mirror looking at herself and then I'm like, acknowledge her. She's like, oh, does this look good? I go, yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, okay. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna go with the flow, right? She's asking for, the approval that she needs, which I'm gonna give it to her. And then she's like, "Yeah, I actually overslept." She's like, I heard the alarm, but I fell back to sleep." I was like, "No." I was like, "And hot? It's hot. It's hot." Okay, let's open the window. So then she says, "Yeah, oh my God. This license plate in front of me says, 'In God we trust.'" Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. Oh my 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 God. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And there's a railroad track. If you guys follow me on social media, I talk about how when I was trying to rush to get to some place, and I remember I told the universe, I was like, I need to get through. And instead of the railroad track being closed, it opened when I said that. So let me get back to this. Man, this is an emotional moment. I'm so grateful. That only comes to show that God talks through me and through you too, okay? So after this happens, Chloe's going about her day, like getting ready, and I said, "Hey, don't worry, I'm gonna take your brother to school today." Because in the evening we discussed about, hey, I gotta make sure you drop him off. I gotta go charge the car. I gotta go take Kenzie to daycare. I gotta be here at a certain time, and that's that. And I was like, I don't know if I can make it to your game, and she kind of like she paused and was like, fuck, I think I gave her too much. And obviously I felt the energy and I was like, you know what, I need to stop doing that. Like I can only process everything. My body is overwhelmed, it's stimulated, it can't even function correctly because it wants to pour into someone, hey, you have all of this. So then after the fact, like the train just stopped. And so then Chloe, tells me, thank you, you're welcome, right? Because she saw my money and she sent me a text, welcome. So anyhow, but I felt good going out of my free will to do something for someone today, which was my daughter. I know it's not much, but the fact that instead of me worried, because again, I just brought up my story. I brought up how I was worried about having to go do these 3 hours to go work and then do what I had to do for the rest of the day and possibly go to the game for my daughter. So don't stop yourself from what it is that you're doing. I know that it's a lot, and some of us can only process so much in ourselves. And part of the process is rewiring your subconscious brain. How you think, how you feel matters. But learn to trust. Learn to trust. Anyways, this is it for today, guys. Much love and light. I'm going to go off with my magical day because in God we trust, and take care.